149 and how they got here, Retherford and Sorensen.
Well, Zain Retherford's been dominant in his matches all the way through the top side of the bracket. Brandon Sorensen, much the same here. Tough match with Jake Soufflon from Nebraska here, but it's 1-2 just like we expected.
Both these wrestlers, they're undefeated. They have not met this year, and they just look excited to be out there, Jim.
You know, you look at each other, you look at the films, all right, and finally it's just go time in a big environment like this. Zain Retherford at that 28-0 mark. He's been the more dominant one as far as the scoring goes, but Brandon Sorensen is difficult to score on, okay? He can stay in that match in the first 3 minutes, so I think that this, first 3 minutes of the bout is really huge. The activity that Retherford brings to the table here early on is, he's really gone up he's made a lot out of his redshirt year. He's been more of an attacking style. Who could forget the match that he had at Big Ten Network as a freshman at State College when he was able to go ahead, beat the returning and then eventual 4-time NCAA champion Logan Stieber. Really put him on the map there, but he's followed up, I think, with a lot of improvement.
You're listening to Jim Gibbons. I'm Tim Johnson. We're at the University of Iowa Carver Hawkeye Arena for the Big Ten Championships. 149 pounds. We started at 125, worked our way up 33 and 141. This is the 4th match of the 10-match championships.
And Sorensen is a guy that just stays in matches and doesn't really add to the lead once he gets there. He hasn't been the the bonus point guy that maybe he could be, but he's deceptive and he can get a shot off, and when he does, he's a 95% finish type guy. He doesn't waste much time, much energy. We've seen that here in some of the big matches. Remember that Oklahoma State match was easily able to get into Colica. Wow.
You mentioned dominant, and Zain Retherford, he is one of the most dominant wrestlers in the nation. Number 3 ranked in the most dominant category in NCAA award standings. Out of his 28 wins, 25 have been by pin, technical fall, or major decision.
Active, heavy hands, all right? A lot of motion, a lot of in and out, dropping, creativity. Doesn't like the position that he's in. He doesn't settle for it, There's a good shot right there, but it was basically to set something else up.
You're looking at the first meeting between 2 undefeated wrestlers.
You talk to teammates of Brandon Sorensen and others. They consider him up there with Brent Metcalf. Oh boy, what just a drop-in shot right there. Look at that finish there. And this is trouble for Sorensen, particularly with 40 seconds left in the first.
Boy, that was a claw. Retherford just grabbed the back of the knee and pulled it in.
Tim, did you see the shot that he took to the right-hand side earlier in the bout? I said he's trying to, that's a misdirection type of setup, all right? Take a look at this. He gave the feel like he was going right, and then he just dropped down, right? Peeled off right there. It's
kept that head in the chest.
But not a lot of guys. Sorensen is so good. I was just trying to make that point with his head-hands defense and Retherford just made it look easy.
Here's how the 141-pounders finished, the top 8. At 141.
Look at the
Ashnok, Gulabon, Jordan, Thorne, Sabatello, Gassa, Abbott, and Fisher.
Yeah, and then Micah Jordan with the fall, so that gave Ohio State 2 more team points, so it's 122 to 121. The score between Iowa with the lead over Ohio State for second.
The top 7 there, and those 8 qualified automatically for the NCAAs.
Good work there by Sorensen coming up. And this is the part of championship wrestling. It's not just getting the takedown, it's finishing in the top position to end the periods. A lot of instruction going on. Cody Sanderson. You want to keep your elbows in. See how his right elbow was tucked in right there? He understood that he was going to try to control the waist, do it with footwork. Sorensen, so tough coming in. He's keeping his elbows in and his wrist out. Good mat return by Retherford. Good old spiral ride right there. Sorensen has probably one more explosive move coming out of this. See if he feels it. Nope. That was great work on the top position and a great adjustment. I looked over at the corner. I saw Cody Sanderson keeping his right elbow in. And if you see the exaggeration that Retherford had on that start, it was slice in with that right arm to control the hips.
A lot going on here. Three-ring circus at the University of Iowa's Carver Arena. On the right, they're going for 3rd place. On the left, they're going for 5th place. And we're zooming in on the championship match right here at 149. 2 undefeated wrestlers, Sorensen and Retherford. And Retherford gets that quick escape to match his takedown 3-0 lead early into the 2nd period for Zain Retherford, the redshirt sophomore. He was 2nd as a true freshman 2 years ago to Logan Stieber, redshirted last year, and has come on with a vengeance this year. Both wrestlers having great years. Sorensen, a 4-time Iowa State champion out of Denver High School, and Zain Retherford is a 3-time state champion out of Pennsylvania. Homegrown young men wrestling for their state teams.
Yeah. So far, Sorensen hasn't got anything close to what looks like an opening. And you see that in-out motion, the control. You know, and even when he got his head stuffed in that situation, Retherford was able to keep his feet active and circle back in. Again, works the head, drops his level, creates an angle right there. Oh, beautiful shot. Great job by Sorensen getting his legs back. That was, most guys go down with that one.
It was a great job of hips and warding off that shot by Sorensen. Great defense by Brandon Sorensen.
He exploded right when Retherford was going to make the switch.
30 seconds left in the 2nd period. Sorensen, as you said, trying to find that opening, not getting it. Retherford getting 1 shot for the 2 points in the first. That 2nd shot that just happened, Sorensen was successful in warding him off.
Yeah, critical for Sorensen to stay in this match. You're looking for your offense, but if you can't get it, you want to keep the pace up. Certainly don't want to give up any points. That was a direct shot.
So the end of the 2nd period, Sorensen will get his opportunity going underneath. Good look at.
Take a look at that defense there by Sorensen. Here's the shot, right? Good work
kick
there.
out there.
And see how the chest was up and he dropped the hips onto the mat, shoelaces flat. Now Retherford forcing that leg in right there. Now he's got the head and arm locked up. This will be trouble.
You talk about, you know, putting yourself in the saddle sometimes. And
well, getting out of legs is a like, you know, unsaddling a horse, okay? The legs are the stirrup, all right? And what Sorensen has to do is push the stirrups away to be able to unleash the saddle. So, you know, if you pull that ankle into you, you're basically cinching up the saddle. And you don't want to do that because a guy like Retherford already has strong legs. He's going to put the pressure on you, but he's really coming down hard in that referee's position. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a caution against him, but good job of following. Leg comes in. The left-hand pocket between the elbow and the knee was left wide open there, and Retherford puts the leg in. This is like at least 20, 30 seconds of riding time. He gets a leg in. And we mentioned before, Tim, when we watch Zain Retherford, what makes him so dominant is that he really makes the guy work. You know, some guys make you work on the feet, others make you work, you know, trying to ride him. But he makes you work in every position. It's a chore to follow him riding, and it's certainly a chore just to get back to your base once he gets a leg in. And
Sorensen receives a warning from the official for stalling. That's the first warning. There's no points, but Rutherford with 45 seconds left. Very dominating fashion so far. A takedown in the first period, an escape in the second, and a ride in the third. So far, very dominant. Able to take away the base from Sorensen.
Yeah, what Sorensen is doing well right now is he's keeping his wrist free, but now he's just coming over the top. Retherford is, and really making Sorensen carry a lot of it. See how he rams that right elbow forward?
Rutherford remaining heavy. Doing a great job of riding and keeping the pressure on Sorensen, and is going to get riding time. He's going to get an extra point as the time runs out. Zain Retherford's going to get his first Big Ten championship as a sophomore. And you're looking at the champ. The redshirt sophomore from Penn State, Zain Retherford, goes to 29-0. And as you talked, Jim, he's advancing into the NCAAs with a lot of momentum.
He is. He's a Hodge Trophy candidate, the way he's wrestling. All season has been dominant, very solid.
There's your champion, Zain Retherford.